Exclusively on Spotify.
You show me why I'm here, what I'm feeling. All I know is all I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Mom's Basement. We're here with the one, the only FaZe Banks.
Let's fucking go, baby. Honestly, I just had a weekend in Vegas, won some money, had a fucking great time.
How much money we win?
I walked out of there with like 14 G's. And I think I only ever took out of the bank like 1,500.
Dude, when you say I went to Vegas and won some money, I can think of the time when me, you, Tommy, Rain, we all went to Vegas with Elkie David, the billionaire. Remember he had us
Dude, no way you just brought that up. Have we ever talked about that on the show?
I don't think we have. We took a private jet from LA to Las Vegas. It was like my first time on a private jet.
So this is right when the Oculus Rift shit was like first starting to crack off, right? Like VR heads. What year was this?
Oh my God, I don't even know. Maybe 2014.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was like when these VR headsets first started popping off. Elkie David, fucking what was this guy's deal?
Elkie David is a billionaire. His parents own like Coca-Cola over in Europe and stuff, right? He's a billionaire troll. Like he literally is a troll. So Elkie hits me up because I'm friends with him. I've known him for years. Elkie hits me up and he's like, yo, Keem, he's like, I got this new gaming headset. It's going to knock Oculus out of the water. He's like, can you hook me up with some of these gaming YouTubers? I'm like, yeah, FaZe are my boys. Like, let's all work together or whatever and promote this thing. And he's like, I'll fly you out on a private jet. I'll take care of you boys. So I call up Banks and I'm like, hey guys, like, look, my billionaire friend, apparently he's got this new headset, this new technology. He's showcasing it at like some electronic show in Vegas.
And again, guys, this is like a long fucking time ago. This is before we had any management or anything like that. It's just us in the New York house. That's all it was. And we were like, this is also at a time where like brand deals and stuff, like those things weren't as like you see a fucking brand deal in every YouTube video nowadays, but back then people really weren't getting paid like that. So we hear billionaire dude, new VR headset, whatever. Meet this guy. It seems legit. Flies us private. He does do that.
By the way, on the private jet, okay, Banks is so afraid of planes, and the little planes, like they shake. Like even these nice like private jets that all these YouTubers flex with, bro, they shake. It's like turbulence times 100. The entire flight, Banks is freaking out, like afraid he's gonna die.
Dude, and it was way worse back then. I've been like flying on jets now for the past like month. I've been on more jets in the past month than I've ever been combined in my life, and I've gotten better at it. I'm still like not a huge fan of flying, especially in jets. I'd rather just fly commercial, to be honest. But yeah, no, it was a fucking, I don't know, it was a trip. It was the first time I'd ever been on a private jet. But anyways, listen, we get there and this fucking whole thing is a complete joke. Like this motherfucker has like a hard, the hard hats, how they have that like that crossed over piece of plastic on the inside that actually is connected to your head, and then the hard hat is above that. It was like that with like the shittiest like dude. This thing was an absolute and total joke. He was trolling, and he never ended up paying us. We got scammed.
Yeah, dude, the whole entire thing was a troll. Like it was so ridiculous. And he never paid. He was supposed to pay us. I think he was supposed to pay us each like $8,000 to come do like a review video and stuff. And honestly, I don't think any of us did do a review on it because it was so dog shit. That's what I think. The whole idea for him was, let me get some gamers out here, pay them money and see it, like, and just put this awful product in front of them and see if they still promote it. And I don't think any of us did. I was like, dude, I cannot make a fucking video about this. This thing is dog shit. You guys didn't get paid because you didn't make a video on it because it was so bad.
No. Apex did make a video. Apex was the only one who made the video, and he didn't get fucking paid.
No, I thought he did get paid.
No, I'm almost positive he didn't, because we tell that story. We tell that story all the time. We got scammed by a fucking billionaire for 8 G's. Literally nothing, Tim. It'd be like me pulling out $10 on my wallet and giving it to somebody.
Someone hit up Elkie David right now. You made me look bad, bro. What are you doing?
It's all good. No, it was funny. I mean, 8 G's back then. It definitely would have helped out. But like nowadays, it's like the story's honestly worth it.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, no, but other than that, Vegas, I mean, I needed that little reset. I put my phone down. Obviously, this last 2 weeks with all this bullshit with the members.
Time out. I got to go back to that story, though, because this is the whole reason why I brought it up, all right? So we're in Vegas during this Elkie David thing, right? And Banks goes down and he like pulls money at the ATM and he goes down to the craps table and he keeps putting
No, it's roulette.
Roulette table. And he keeps putting it on 0 and 00, like the green ones, and he keeps hitting.
Keem ask me how I won the money,
dude. It was insane. He
doing the exact same thing. I did the exact same thing this past weekend.
No,
yeah. Listen, this is my thing. This is my roulette scheme. I'll do like $100 or $200 split zeros, so I got the greens covered, and then I'll do 7, 17, 27, like $100 on each. 7 and 27 are red, and then 17's black. So then I take all that, so it'd be like $500 on the table, and then I'll cover my ass on black. So I got 2 reds covered and the greens covered. So it's in my favor to hit, and then if it hits black, which is a 50-50, I just, you know what I mean, cover my money. If I lose that spin, I'll just double my bet on black.
I think we need a mathematician here.
And I always lose. I always make money.
There's no way you should win.
I
like
really
the odds cannot be in your favor. The odds still have to be in the favor of the house, right?
No, they're not. Roulette's roulette's like a flat out like that's why I like roulette, because the numbers are so like clear. Black and red are basically 50-50, right?
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is back in the day, like the Elkie David trip, you started with $200 and you walked away with $3,500. And I was like so mad because I lost like a couple G's on slots and everything.
Yeah, you're like a grandma. You like the slots.
Oh, dude.
Slots are fun, though.
It's fun because you could put $5 in and win like $2,500, you know? Like, you can't really do
Disclaimer, by the way, listen, don't fucking gamble. You'll lose all your money, period. We are not financial advisors. You guys should, I don't know if that's been made clear over the last fucking
Dude,
month
one of our
episodes
is literally titled, "We Are Not Financial Advisors."
Yeah. No, seriously, though. It's like, fuck, man, you gotta be super careful. Just because we're degenerates and we like to do that shit, like, I like to gamble. Like, I'm 30 years old. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Dude,
You know what I mean? It doesn't mean
your boy Mike now and Logan Paul are being exposed. Everyone around you, Banks, is being exposed for some crypto shit.
Everyone around me. I mean, it's every influencer in the game has participated in some way, shape, and form in this like altcoin bullshit, and it's all being grouped together, and there's just different levels of it. I don't know. I'm fucking so exhausted and over it. I've cleared myself of the situation, thankfully. And I don't know. This shit's been miserable.
Why people
Tico,
are still.
Did you see Tico?
Yeah, I cleared him.
Yes,
Cleared him.
What I was gonna say is the last 2 weeks have been awful, but this past weekend I've been feeling like my fucking like myself again, and things are on the up. But you pretty much fucking cleared Tico's name. I mean, we kind of did that together on the show last
you told
week.
me about it, and then so like, I mean, obviously I knew that like FaZe Tico didn't do anything wrong, so I was in a call with CoffeeZilla and Muta just talking about this crazy shit with Kay and everything else, and I was like, listen guys, like we need to clear the people that are innocent. And right off the bat, I know Tico didn't sell anything, and they're like, well, give me his wallet. And I'm like, did you reach out to him? And apparently they did. And he's just not talking or trusting anyone. So I just DM'd him and I said, listen, bro, I'm trying to clear you and get you back into FaZe. Like, I need your wallet. He gave it to me. We looked it up. Tico invested like,
dude, not only did he fucking not make money, he lost his own money on it. He
invested his own money, like around $38,000. And he never sold it. So, you know, why is this guy being punished? I text Lee Trink, the CEO of FaZe Clan, and I said, listen, this guy, like, you got to let Tico back in. And I know those conversations are happening right now. But
Tico's going to be back in FaZe. Yeah. I don't know, like when, I don't even know if I should be saying that. I don't know. But
he didn't do anything wrong, though.
No, he definitely didn't do anything wrong.
He's literally a victim, just like any of the fans that believed in Save the Kids and donate. He's just
Tico. Realistically, Tico probably is a person who lost the most money. You know what I mean? $38,000. It's a dead coin now, I would imagine. I haven't really been checking on it, but I mean, that's a lot of fucking money.
He's like the
you know what I mean,
biggest victim of it. Yeah. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that was nice because Tico really is the fucking greatest kid ever. And it was nice to see Coffee and Muda. It put my respect level for them through the fucking roof, because a lot of these like T channels, I'm not saying they're T channels, but like these like, you know what I mean? Well, these like news channels, I guess you'd call them, right?
Yeah. Commentators, drama channels, T channels, whatever.
Yeah. A lot of them fucking just farm views and fucking clickbait shit and speak on like hot button subjects with like big names attached to them, and it's a model that clearly works. A lot of these motherfuckers will never like circle back and admit they were maybe mistaken or wrong or missed something. I'm not saying that they did any of that, because I don't think that they did. All they really reported on was the fact that Tico was involved, which is true, but to the level of which he was involved, clearly he wasn't like behind the scenes on
but
it.
you know,
he lost a shit ton of money, and that's now been made clear.
But
so
you know how it is,
congrats,
Banks.
Tico, huge W.
You know how it is, Banks. Like, you got the guys that are like actually like working the story and doing the research, like Muda and like Coffee, and then you have the other guys that are just like, I heard this and I heard that, you know what I mean, and making content based on that. And you know, I think that's a lot of, dude, I looked at your mentions and like a lot of people are still calling you a scammer, and I'm like, what?
It's so annoying.
There's
Dude,
no
that's
evidence.
That's the thing. So the reason why Faze as a brand got dragged into this whole thing is because 4 Faze members were involved in this, right?
Yeah.
And then people are trying to make the connection to me and stuff. That's where all my stress has come from for the past 2 weeks. And slowly but surely, you know what I mean? It's all being made very clear what's going on. And that's what I've been working with Coffee and fucking Muda on the past 2 weeks. I've fucking talked to these guys every other day.
Well, this is a whole thing now, because now they're going after Logan Paul and Big Mike because, you know, I don't get this at all. It makes no sense to me. So Save the Kids gets exposed, right, by CoffeeZilla. Big exposed, K's in all kinds of trouble, right? 2 days later, Logan Paul starts promoting this meme coin. Mike starts promoting this meme coin.
Well, listen. It's fair to like, well, how do I want to say this? It's fair to criticize like a project or a project or product that an influencer might be promoting, but like people are tugging at strings at this point. These guys didn't. I mean, I could be misspeaking. I haven't seen like the facts of the fucking the matter, but I don't think they've dumped or anything. This wasn't like a pump and dump. Like Logan didn't pump this up and then just dump the coin, right?
I mean, I haven't seen evidence. I haven't seen evidence that they did that, but
I mean, I think it's safe to say if they had done that, then there'd be fucking videos about it, and that would have been included probably in iDubbbz's video.
Yeah, so right? Yeah, iDubbbz.
It's probably safe to say they didn't dump it. So it's like, maybe it is like, I mean, if you want to say this is a shitty project, this is like some cash grabby shit, you can say that, but it's not a pump and dump. The fact that it's tied into crypto is what gets people all like, ooh. But at the end of the day, like, again, we talked about it last week. There are serious levels to this shit.
Yeah.
And this is like, as far as I'm concerned, like they did nothing wrong, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I
think that the market like determines itself, right? I think that very soon we're going to just see that this whole influencer marketing in this space just does not work because it's not trusted. You know what I mean? It's like, if anything, we're at the point now where if you see a fucking influencer shilling some new project, you're probably going to fucking not trust it even more so. You know what I mean? It's like more so like a knock against the project than it is for it. You know what I mean? Like at this point.
I agree. I agree.
So I think that's how things work themselves out. And again, dude, nobody ever wants to like look at the other side of the coin too. Listen, the Save the Kid shit, clear as day. Like this was a dishonest project to some degree. right? And that shit is fully wrong. And anybody who's a victim of that is truly a victim. I'm not saying that they're not. But like, people need to be responsible for where they put their own money. You know what I mean? And what they buy. You know what I'm saying? Like, to some degree. I mean, the thing about what Logan and Mike did, and you're right, they did it right after the save. I don't know what that conversation looked like. I think it was probably the worst possible timing to try to like do some like funny.
I didn't think
shit.
It was real. I thought that Logan and Mike were doing a flat Earth documentary part 2. I thought they were trolling everybody with this ding dong coin, right? I really thought that it's
dink doink. It's not ding
whatever
dong.
it's called.
Ding dong.
But like, dude, the memes, you know how like when people make Dogecoin memes, right? Like the memes that are being made about Dogecoin are like all made by the developer. It's like all fake. Like the whole thing is fake.
But fake, like, I don't know. It's just weird.
It's like propaganda made by.
What I respect about it is, I'm not saying I like the project, love the product, nothing like that. I'm definitely not putting my money into it. You know what I'm saying? But like, they're very transparent about the fact that it's completely useless. There's no utility to it. They're just trying to create some IP and think that people might have some fun with it. You know what I mean? I don't think it's like a dishonest project, to be honest.
It's
so long as they're not dumping their shit. If they're investing in it and they're holding it, and they're taking losses with the losses and the wins with the wins, then you know what I'm saying? I just don't know what
you're doing, homie, because like, you came into the Pokemon world, you made a lot of people mad, but in the process of making a lot of people mad, hardcore people mad, you did gain a lot of credibility with your marketing, power or whatever, your influence as an influencer, right? Because of what you did with Pokemon. To get behind like this coin, like the ding dong or whatever the fuck this shit is, dink dong. Like, it just, what are you doing, bro?
Dink doink.
What are you doing?
I think the moral of the story, really, the conclusion that I've come to is influencers should just not be involved in fucking crypto, because it's when people think of crypto, it's one or two things. That's a way that I've heard that people have gotten rich really fucking quick, and that interests me because I want to get rich really fucking quick. Or it's sketchy and weird or whatever. And both of those are kind of like toxic fucking, you know what I mean? It's just, if you're not actually invested into crypto, if you don't want to actually play the long game, you don't want to learn, then just get the fuck away from it. Influencers included. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you know who's visiting me right now?
Fousey too.
Yeah,
I saw you guys mudding, and did you post that video public, or was that just in the drama
that's
chat?
Not going to come out for a while. Like, dude, I'm telling you, it's like a straight up movie. So, I got my main house.
No, I'm just saying the one where you fell when you were in the mud.
Yeah, that's like you didn't post that on Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was
but
great.
There's so much more to that story, Banks. Okay, so long story short, I have like this second house that's made for like entertaining people when they come visit me and whatnot. And yeah, Fousey's been the first one here because I just finished most of my remodeling my bar, remodeling my house or whatever. And we got we're in the middle of nowhere, and we got ATVs, snowmobiles, mini bikes, like all that shit, right? So
is Fousey staying at the house?
Oh yeah, he's here with his cameraman.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So, I'm actually here right now. He's in the back room sleeping because it's mad early. He's coming from LA, and we're over on the East Coast. But so we went riding yesterday, and my friend is up from Utah, my high school buddy, and Eric Swanson. He has like this like a Polaris Razor. It's like top of the line. Like, it's better than Roman Atwood side by side. Like, this is the best of the best. I have stuff where if I break them, I don't care. I'll buy another one. Right. So
this shit is like next level.
This shit is next level. So me and Fousey are going through the mud hole, and it just rained here, right? So we get stuck. We both get stuck. I fall in the mud. At the same time that this is happening and we're all laughing, I get out of my car because I'm stuck and I fall in the mud. Eric Swanson does a donut and rolls his razor like top edge.
No way.
Yes, dude. All this stuff has happened at the same time. I run up to the razor and I'm like, Eric, are you okay? And his head pops up and he goes, I'm fine. Like out of nowhere, dude, we had to winch that to get it back. Like, dude,
yeah, I saw you climbing out of that mud hole and then you fucking sprinting away. Something happened behind Fousey's.
Yeah. You got to reanalyze that video because in the background you could see my buddy flipping, dude. It was just it's a movie. Like when
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to take a trip out there. It looks like fucking you guys are having a blast.
Absolutely. And you know what? I just bought 230 acres of land behind here. I got a whole hill and everything. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make a campsite, and each individual cabin is going to be like a YouTuber's like sponsored cabin, like the Faze cabin, the Fousey cabin.
That's sick. I love
the
that.
Tanacon cabin, right? Like shit like that.
The Tanacon cabin.
Yeah, I'm going to make a campsite that anybody could come visit. You could stay in your favorite YouTuber's cabin or whatever. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
It's awesome. Massachusetts, where I'm from, and he's also a huge collector of CryptoPunks, as well as like I'm obviously super invested in love CryptoPunks. I just changed my. Do you see me just change my avatar?
Yeah, dude, it's wild. It's wild.
I changed my avatar on Twitter. Nade Shot came to me asking for some advice on what he should buy. He's been looking to get into CryptoPunks. He bought a couple of CryptoPunks yesterday to celebrate his collab that he just did with Gucci. Congrats, by the way. That's fucking incredible. To 100 Thieves, fucking Nade Shot. It's amazing. It's good for everybody. Super proud of them. Huge dub. But anyways, yeah. So Matt Kalish, he fucking big into punks. We've been jamming on punks, talking about CryptoPunks, whatever. And he straight up invited me out ringside to fucking UFC. DraftKings sponsors the UFC and sponsors Conor McGregor. So he's like, yo, we got legitimately the best seats in the house. We're in Dana White's section. My girlfriend was sitting next to Adriana Lima. Fucking Miles Teller was right in front of me. And that's in high school. That was always like this is who you look like. Like when I first started the internet, like people would tweet me, you look like Miles Teller, when I didn't have a beard and shit.
Name drop Banks.
No, I'm just saying it was like some Illumina. Like I've done some pretty cool shit. This was like fucking incredible. Like, dude, like
it sounds like it.
Motherfuckers were getting punched.
I'm just fucking with you.
Motherfuckers were getting punched in the face, and like I could feel the sweat was flying onto us. It was fucked. The Nelk boys were right across. We had better seats than Donald Trump.
No way.
Yes,
Trump
bro.
was there?
Trump was like right. Yeah, he was like right across from us. He was sitting in front of the Nelk boys, like in their section.
No way.
But it was fucked. And then
are you
like
talking Don Jr.?
No, Donald Trump.
Like the
Trump was
president was there. No way. I didn't even know that.
Well, the former president. Yeah, he was there.
Well, you still call him the president, but yeah.
It was just next level of shit. It was cool. Yeah.
So how did you end up on TV?
Awesome.
Just like because you were in the audience?
Well, I stick out like a sore thumb. I'm fucking 6'5", and my fucking throat is tattooed lime green. You know what I'm saying? So people are just, I don't know. I just got a bunch of different, like my dad and my fucking brother texted me. A couple of my friends home from texting me were like, yo, we keep seeing you on TV.
Yo, I think it's so fun. Like, I'm so glad that you said that you're 6'5", because every time we hang out, people literally think I'm a midget.
It's the first thing anybody says to me when they approach me, like for a picture, to say hi or whatever. It's always like, you're so fucking tall. I did not think you were this tall. It's always like
you're
that.
a damn giant. Yo, poor Apex though, right? I feel like we've had this conversation before, but I'm gonna mention it again. Apex is like a little bit shorter than me, but everybody in FaZe Clan is like 6 something, like 6 foot something.
Yeah, well, Apex is short. That's been a fucking hardcore meme in the FaZe universe for the entire time we've been an organization. And it's because Rain's like 6'3", Tommy's like 6'3", I'm 6'5". Nikon's fucking 6'8". You know what I'm saying? And it's like Apex will get caught in videos or in pictures with us, and it just makes him look tiny. It's funny.
Oh man, I can't wait for you to like at some point come out here. I want to plan something either like
Well, I'm thinking since it's the East Coast, you're an hour, 45-minute flight from Boston. You know what I'm saying? So it only makes sense for me to like go out there either before or after like a trip to go see my family or something. So next time I go out, I want to at some point this summer go out and see the fam. So maybe before or after that.
I think I'm going to get
bring a crew with me too. Maybe.
Yeah. I think I'm going to get some campers, like either buy or rent some campers just so I can sleep like up to like 10 people here.
That'd be tight.
And then I also want to do a winter thing.
You know who we should get?
Who?
We should get Max and Chad.
Yes.
Max Mofo and anything for views. Yeah. That would be fucking so much fun. We'd get drunk we'd have to just get hammered every night.
yeah.
With those boys. It'd be so sick.
Yeah, I love Chad. And I actually have been trying to get Chad to come out on this trip, but his country still has them all on lockdown because of the COVID.
Yeah, that's nuts, bro. People are getting
again. They're getting it again. Like this new variant. Dude. Yo, tell people about it.
It's just motherfuckers, like this COVID thing is so weird, and it's like disheartening to see how like everybody's handled it and how the country's handled it and how just like medicine has handled it. It's become so politicized that people are so like stressed on just speaking openly about it.
Yeah, just like we say we're not financial advisors, we're not scientists, we're not doctors, we don't know shit. We're just telling you what a normal person with no education thinks.
Just like anybody else, I tend to listen to people who are much smarter than me when it comes to shit like this, and I also just pay attention to like what's really going down. Hopefully these strains don't keep like multiplying and popping up. We could just fucking move past this corona thing.
I think it showed how unprepared like the world and the countries and the governments really are. Like you should be absolutely, every human, right, should be enraged, especially Americans who are growing up with freedom of speech and stuff like that. And I understand Twitter is a private company, and if you believe in capital, I get that whole spiel, right? But you should be enraged that this platform, Twitter.com or whatever, takes away your voice because they don't agree with your opinion. When they boast publicly, let me finish this, so important. When Twitter boasts publicly that they are the platform to share your opinions. We are the platform to share your opinions. We want to open dialogue, but then they silence certain opinions. It's fucking, you should be enraged as a goddamn human
such
being.
A good point. That's such a good point, Keem. Twitter really is the whole fucking essence of Twitter is sharing ideas,
and they stop certain ideas, and then they're proven wrong later. It's like, dude, you shouldn't even be silencing bad opinions, but imagine silencing opinions that are proven to be true later.
No, dude,
egg on your face.
Seeing bad takes and seeing bad opinions is healthy and good. You know what I mean? You get when you're a baby and you see somebody touch a hot stove and burn themselves, that's how you learn to not do that. You know what I'm saying? It's
exactly.
Like you see somebody being a fucking scumbag, racist, or just the absolute worst human on Twitter, and you see the response that they get, and you see that they're a scumbag, and you look at that and you're like, I don't want to do that. I do not want to be that. That is not my opinion.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like, that shit's important. I don't know. I'm so over this fucking, it's a private company shit. Like, that I'm so over that, bro, especially with social media at this point, dude. 2021 in the fucking United States of America, there are a lot of fucking like careers and people's like livelihood on the line, and social media is a huge part of how we interact with our families and our friends and stuff. It's like
it'd be like it's always some weirdo
at this point we all have a phone number. That's how we communicate. Could you imagine if AT&T or Sprint or something, if me and you were talking on the phone, Keem, and I was just speaking about an idea, no matter what, even if I was saying some crazy shit, and then my phone just shut off because of what I was talking about.
Yep.
We'd all be going fucking bananas about something like that, right? It's
always these individual people, like some person that you have no idea who it is, right? They went to school, they went to college, they have their own thoughts and their own opinions, right? And they are the ones that control the lever at the Twitter.com or at whatever platform, right? And I love Twitter, by the way. Like you're gonna hear me bash a lot about Twitter, but I love that platform more than anything.
Twitter's my favorite platform by far.
My favorite platform. So So like, I'm not trying to point out Twitter, but it's the best example I have for you, right? It's somebody.
That's why we're so hard on it.
It's somebody that has a different opinion from you that has access to the button over at twitter.com, and they're in the shadows and they're like, oh, I don't like that. Bye. Fuck you to the max, you shadowy coward fucking figure. Like, if you got your own account, right? If you have a different opinion, you say it, but you want to cheat. You're a fucking cheater at life. You're a cheater at the fucking game. You're a cheater at everything. You're a fucking loser because you fucking cheated. You didn't go out into the fucking ring with your opinions and battle them in front of an audience, right? Like a fucking gladiator. No, you sat in the fucking shadows and you pulled a little lever where no one saw you do it to shut down opinions you didn't like. You're a fucking loser.
You're a sicko, but you're right though. You're on point with that. You are.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the passion. No, that's why we're so hard on it though. Like Twitter. Like I fucking met Jack in Miami. We were in Miami together, and I took a flick with him. Legendary shit. Like, I'm a huge fan, but at the same time, I've fucking criticized him, and I know it's not him, but like he's like the face of Twitter, right?
Yeah.
It's like with the Save the Kid shit. That's why I'm getting fucking dragged into it.
Because you know how it is, Banks, right? Like, you see someone on Twitter and you're like, dude, this person's wild. I don't believe in anything they say, right? And then they get banned, and you're like, wait, hold up. I want to see more of what they want to say. Like, I don't agree with it. I disagree. I passionately disagree, but let them talk. Let them try to make their point. Like, oh, it's so frustrating.
Yeah, I'll defend bad ideas just as much as I'll defend good ones. Just the ability to share the ideas. You should always be able to fucking speak freely.
Yeah.
It's really important. It's how we've came this far, and I don't think we should take steps backwards. It's like,
it's wild. And, you know, like, at the end of the day, the only way we really communicate with each other anymore is online, you know, like these platforms. It's the only way.
And I don't know how people are going to react to this, to what I'm about to say, but like, the way you get policy to change and just the way we change as a society is by like seeing what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's why things for so long were so fucked up. That's why slavery existed. That's why women didn't have rights and shit. It's because ideas and sharing ideas were shut down. And you know what I mean? The fact that we get to share those opinions, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if everybody feels like they understand and know how things should work now, but like, who's to say that isn't going to drastically change over the next 100 years? It probably will, right? Like, what if we just stuck ourselves in, you know what I mean, in a place where women couldn't vote or own property or fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like, what if we just stuck ourselves in that timeline?
Have you heard?
Never fucking moved from it.
Have you heard about like companies and like online platforms like removing certain books because they're controversial? Like,
yes, dude, that's insane,
dude.
To me.
Movies and stuff like that.
Have you ever read the book? Fahrenheit? What is it? Fahrenheit
9/11.
No, I think is it 9/11? Fahrenheit 9/11?
What is it about?
It's about the fucking government burning all the books. Books are illegal.
Oh,
you can't own a book.
I don't know what that is, and
it's just this bit. It's a great book.
But in World War II, the Nazis did that. They burned all the books. Like, you don't want that. You don't want that. Yeah. Like, that makes no sense. And so there's this old movie. It's called Footloose, and I strongly recommend this movie. It's like a great movie. I love Footloose, right? But anyhow, you know, the kid, he moves into town, and he's from like, you know, like the city or whatever. He moves into this small town, and they have a law in the town against like playing like music, like rock music or whatever, and they can't play any music whatsoever because, you know, music is about fornicating and all this other stuff, like hooking up or whatever. And so they have this town hall meeting, if I'm remember this right, and the kid, he goes and he's at the meeting and he goes, listen, if you're gonna ban this music for, you know, talking about sex and all this other stuff, he goes, you know what else we need to ban? And he holds up the Bible, because the Bible has all that horrible stuff in it. Like, there's all kinds of bad shit in the Bible, right? If you're gonna start banning everything, you gotta ban the Bible too. And so that's like what really got to them is like, hey, look, you can't start banning this stuff because it's bad, because, how can anyone learn? You need to know what's bad. Like you said at the very beginning, right? A kid needs to see someone else like touch the stove and say, ow, that hurts. So they learn.
Yep. 100, or they're going to touch it and hurt themselves. Even the most heinous, disgusting, awful, terrible shit. It's like, I don't know. How do you know? How do you know, Keem? How do you know in your brain that if you're walking through the mall and some motherfucker dressed in a fucking trench coat and camo army gear with a giant fucking gun in his hands, how do you know, like, yo, shit, like run, get the fuck out of the way? Because you've seen things like Columbine, and those things have been heavily discussed, and you've accumulated information by hearing people speak and talk and whatever, and you just know. That's how you know. But if, let's say, people wanted that to stop being shared, not that they do, but like, it's just like, how would you fucking know? You
imagine if there was a ban on that, like you couldn't report that at all, right? And so
that's what I'm
you
saying.
See that and you think
just
nothing of it, like, oh,
and all the history, the books were wiped clean, and you weren't able to find anything about at the library about it, or on the internet about it, or anything on Twitter about it. And it was just wiped clean. This next generation has no idea about mass shootings, doesn't even know what a fucking gun is. You know what I mean? Doesn't even know what a fucking gun is. They see somebody walking around with a gun, they're like, what's that thing? You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden fucking someone's here popping off, going fucking crazy.
And I know that someone listening right now is thinking to herself, well, what about these conspiracies? They got out of control. Okay, let's talk about that for a minute, all right? Let's talk about flat Earth, all right? There were literally hundreds and thousands of, maybe even millions of people that started believing in like 2019 that the world was actually flat. Like they had conventions. People believed that the world was flat.
I'm convinced 90% of those people are
They weren't, and they were real people that are really that dumb, thinking the world was actually flat, right? And what did we see? Because we have free speech, because, we're able to combat these different ideas. Logan Paul made a documentary crapping at all of them to their face at a convention. And we don't see flat earth theory anymore at all after like Logan's video. Like that whole movement is just dead because he made such a mockery of all those people with knowledge and information.
Yeah. Yeah, no facts. And then on the flip side, fucking, you know what I mean? Thousands of years ago, the entire world thought that the world was flat. That was like a fact in science and in books and stuff. And it took one crazy motherfucker to be like, it's actually, I think it's spherical. It's round. And people fucking probably stoned that motherfucker to death. Or like, you know what I mean? Fucking try to shut his ideas down and stuff. And now here we are, 2021.
I think it was,
the world is most definitely not flat.
I know my history, I think it was Galileo. Is it Galileo? I think it was Galileo.
Galileo.
Let me go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but guys,
Twitter.
we're almost at time. Yeah, hey, you know how we were waiting for the UFO files from the government? Did you know they came out?
Did they?
They did, and guess what was in them? Basically nothing.
What? Nothing.
They were like something along the lines of, there was 100. We know of 144 UFO sightings, right?
Somehow these conversations always turn into aliens. Somehow.
And the U.S. government said 142 of them out of 144 are unexplained. So they just don't know.
They just don't know. I mean, this has always been my take on the alien shit. I think if aliens were to come here, we would either never know because they would just wipe us out in a fucking blink of an eye. We wouldn't even know what hit us, or we would know because they'd fucking make themselves known and share information and fucking help us not be as fucked up as we are today.
I think we always give the aliens way too much credit. I think like if an alien race came here and they wanted to fight, I think we would probably be able to defend ourselves. I really do believe that.
You are fucking tripping.
Nope. I know what. Listen, I know you're going to say, well, if they have such amazing technology that they flew all the way over here for millions, so they're going to.
Why are you saying? Well, hold on, pause. Why are you saying like it's such amazing technology? Like it isn't a valid point. Like that is 100% a valid point.
Let me give you another valid point. All right. Have you ever known another species as cruel and as violent as we are as humans? Bro, we are fucking pure evil. Every single human being is pure evil. We'll fight to the death. We'll fight to the goddamn death. We all have it in us.
I actually disagree. I think most people are pretty like tame and like solid people and more or less pussies when it comes to the subject of fighting to the death. I fall in that category.
If there was a zombie apocalypse, if there was a zombie apocalypse, I'm telling you right now, the zombies wouldn't last they wouldn't last like a few months. I'll tell you why.
So Keem, you think that the human race could stand up against fucking an advanced alien civilization? Yep. You think that we could beat the zombie apocalypse? What else, Keem?
I do. I think humans were too maniacal.
If the sun decided to explode tomorrow, you think we could fucking stand a chance against that too?
Well, I mean, come on, give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a fucking break.
Give me a break.
I do know this, right? There has been multiple different apocalypses on Earth, and somehow humans survived.
Keem, did you know that if insects wanted to turn on humans and take humans out, it could happen in a matter of hours?
I disagree.
They could exterminate. No, it's a scientific fact.
The scientists are wrong.
Listen to me. For every one human, there's like a fucking million insects on the planet. If a million bugs attacked you and wanted to eat you alive, it wouldn't be hard.
I'd fuck them up
if they wanted to. But do you know what separates us from them? Our brains and our ability to think past them and beat them that way.
This is the same thing with the zombies. If you ever watch The Walking Dead, it never makes any sense, because like what I would do is I would lure all the zombies into a giant trap, right? I'd kill all the zombies in every single town and be done with it. I would be done with it.
I'd be done with it.
I'd lure them in a trap and kill them. They're slow. They're stupid. I mean, what are we saying? Like, I'm fast as fuck, boy. I'm gonna run circles around them. I'm gonna set up the traps. I'm gonna kill them all. Like, what are you saying?
Well, they're not always slow and stupid. I Am Legend. Those motherfuckers were smart.
I mean, that's not the type of zombie I'm talking about, but you know, I don't know.
Aliens aren't stupid. Aliens are fucking big brain.
Yeah, but maybe they're too kind. Maybe their weakness is their kindness.
But then why would we want to fight them? We'd learn shit from them. They'd come down and bless us and cure cancer and fucking world hunger
but
you know what I mean.
But they probably
we would go straight from the fucking iPhone 12X Max to fucking the iPhone fucking 2000.
Listen,
you know what I mean? We'd be fucking money.
Listen,
awesome.
Okay, aliens. All right, you want to come here and be nice? I'm fine, right? But if your spaceships require gold to fly, you're not getting a single ounce. No, I will fight to the death for my money.
Or worse yet, oil, dude. We'd definitely be going to war over some oil. For sure.
You're not taking the Earth's resources to fly your little ships. Oh, hell no. We don't care what you cure. I'll fight to the death.
No, I think we'd probably trade. We'd probably, if they could come down and cure world hunger, cure all disease, and just. I think we trade all the gold for that. What's the point? I think Earth could trade all the gold for that.
I'm going to say something a little controversial, right? But let's say you cure all the disease and you cure world hunger, right? You know what that's going to result in? More humans. Then we're going to end up killing each other. We're going to have to war with each other because there's too many of us.
Maybe they'd fix that too.
How? What, are they going to give us another planet?
Well, for every two people we only produced one kid, it wouldn't take very long for us to mellow out and even out. Yeah. As far as
China tried that, and they have the biggest population in the world, and it was cruel.
Yeah, it is cruel. Yeah. I don't know. We got to figure. It's not all fucking butterflies and rainbows. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You gotta fucking, you know what I mean?
Yo, guys, we don't have a comment section here on Spotify, so we can't read your feedback. So it's very important that you tweet at Keemstar and Banks. And each week on each episode, we do a different emoji. What emoji should we use?
The zombie one.
Yeah.
Any zombie or alien one. Spam a zombie. Spam the zombie one.
Zombie or alien. Let us know if we could defeat the zombies. I believe we easily could. But yeah, we're going to have to leave it right here. We're going to see you guys next week on Mom's Basement.
Peace.
You told me that I could